Hello, my name is Lisa and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking about wacky and sometimes pretty weird communities while I hunt for my people. So, the first community we're going to be talking about are furries. So, you're wondering, what is a furry? Is it like a cuddly teddy bear? Is it a furry animal? Nay, it is neither. Furries are people that dress up in animal costumes. So think a big furry rabbit or a dog or a fox, etc. That's what furries are. People interested in furries are basically people that are interested in animals that have human characteristics. Like, think of a show you watched when you were younger, like Sonic the Hedgehog, My Little Pony. I don't know if My Little Pony actually works. Because they have human characteristics, but they don't stand, so I'm not sure. But you know what I mean. And even in storybooks, like the Gruffalo, for instance, the Gruffalo would be a furry. Furries basically create fursonas, like persona. And each fursona has its own personality, its own costume, its own style, etc. It has its own name. And basically they use them online mainly. So you'll have your avatar, which is your fursona, your animal that you dress up as. And then you join these communities that are really into furries, basically. So not all furries have full costumes. Some will have just the animal head, some will wear the little Alice band ear things, and then obviously there is a big percent that put a lot of money into the full costume, basically. There has been some, like, I wouldn't say drama, but people who don't know furries tend to think it's like the sexual deviant thing, it's a sexual fetish, but a huge percentage of them, basically it's got nothing to do with anything sexual. And in fact, most of them say that they would never even try and do anything sexual in their costumes because, let's be real, those costumes cost a shit load of money. They are not cheap, and it's hot and it's uncomfortable and there's nothing sexual about it. Obviously you get a few percent of people that do find it hot, but yeah, that's just a small percent of people, and that's just from person to person, sexual preference sort of vibe. So the most popular furries that you tend to get are dogs, tigers, foxes, dogs even, and then sometimes they make hybrid animals, which I really think is cool, like a cabbit, which is like a rabbit and a cat, cabbit, you know, so that's quite cool. You can make up your own, mesh them together and make your own sort of creature, which I think is quite fun. And you get ones that are like unicorns and dragons and those sort of animals as well, not just your normal standard animals, like mythological sort of vibe, which is quite fun, I think. So a lot of furries feel bullied and ostracized, which is unfortunate and pretty crappy, because obviously people think they're just a bunch of weirdos, but basically they're just people that are trying to escape reality, and they think it's fun, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm sure there are one or two strange apples in the furry community, but you know, as a whole, that's not the case at all. They're pretty innocent. They do their online things. They have their online communities where they chat. They do like really cool art as well. And they have conventions where they all get together and show their awesome animalness. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. You do get like a subset of furries that are called, I need to read this because I might get this wrong, Therians, right? And Therians feel that they are animals trapped in human bodies. It's basically like 22% of the furry community feel that way. And I mean, to be real, that is a little bit strange, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much about them, but I can put some research into that to figure out what their whole vibe is, because it's a little bit weird. So as a whole, are furries, for me, do I think they're my people? No. I don't particularly want to be wearing a big furry costume. I've done it once before when I was little. I worked for a furniture shop part-time. I was really young. My friend's father actually ran it, and I had to dress up as Maya the Bee, which was a kids program that used to be on here in South Africa, and it was extremely uncomfortable. It was hot, it was hard to walk in, and I did not have fun in that costume. So being a furry is most certainly not for me, but for those of you who have never heard of them and really like animal characters and dressing up, maybe this is the community for you. So anyway, I will be back soon and shortly with a new video on another weird and wacky community. Bye!